a queen in all my glory, writing my own story. Bow down, world, and see my reign.
Hi, welcome back. This is Danielle with A Walk in Her Sneakers, and this week y'all decided we're breaking on the weight loss journey a little bit. We're gonna get back to the macros, okay? We're not getting away that quick, but we're gonna take a break on our weight loss journey, and we're gonna talk about something fun. We're gonna talk about skincare. Again, a lot of these products are more from like my experience. I pulled out my luxurious ones and as well as some drugstore brands. I don't have some of the drugstore brands on hand, as I do splurge a little bit more on skincare, and I'll get into as to why it's important to not give in on like the drugstore brands. I do want to start off by saying, in my intro, I did happen to mention that I don't get into politics, but I do get into conspiracy theories as far as where our government leads us into accepting that certain brands and chemicals are okay to use. You will never catch me using Jergens. You will never catch me using Aveeno. And you will never catch me using like any Johnson & Johnson, Organics. They're all owned by the same company, which is Johnson & Johnson. And I worked in the medical cancer field for years, and a lot of, let's just say, this big company oversees and puts money into these specific brands, and they own the biggest chemo drugs in the business. So you won't see me using those, but you will see me using natural brands, better brands. I do use some drugstore brands, but it's not going to be the ones that I have listed. So I will recommend some drugstore brands because I know not all of us have that budget to splurge on certain skincare. And I'm going to tell you where you absolutely do not want to give in on moisturizer being one of those. But let's start off with our cleansing. What I want to get at with you is, let's start a routine, a skincare routine. And don't forget, Sundays are self-care Sunday. Whether you are exfoliating your body, whether you are putting a face mask. Ladies, we meal prep, we cook for our family on Sundays, put on some eye mask and get to cooking. You are doing self-care. Don't forget about yourself. You can do things while you're getting things ready for your family. When you are sitting down watching the football game, basketball game, baseball game with your family movie, whatever the case is, do not forget yourself. There's simple things that I'm going to show you that you can do. There's one specific brand you're going to catch me talking a lot about, and it is Lemongrass Spa Products. Mind you, I am not endorsed by this company in any kind of way. I just truly love their products, and we'll go down the list of what I use by them, and I will put in a link where you can go buy these products from yourself directly from them. They are a natural brand. They do not put harsh chemicals. They actually target things that you want to target. When I tell you, I get my random pimples here and there, but I do not get major breakouts. Granted, I do have makeup on today, but you did see me a couple of weeks ago where I had no makeup on. It was just maybe my moisturizer is all I had on, and that is about it. I don't have breakouts, and ever since I switched to this brand, I don't have major breakouts. Again, I do have my blemish here and there that I'll get, and it's always on the forehead because I tend to carry a lot of oils in my forehead, or I'll get here, or probably even here. This is hormonal, by the way. If you're getting a lot of pimples here, this is hormones, and you definitely want to get your hormones checked out if you're getting breakouts here. Remember, I'm not a medical professional. but from experience and going into doctors, and I would tell them I get these breakouts, this is what they would tell me. Again, everything here is from my experience, so don't ever take my word for it. 100% go verify with your physician. I'm going to refer a lot to my notes today because there's just so much. I do use a lot on my face, and I'm going to show you my little table here with all the good stuff that I have to show you today. So bear with me. Okay, let's create a regimen for you. Whether it's in the AM and the PM, both times, if you just want to start off with a PM regimen first or an AM regimen. When I say AM, I mean morning. When I say PM, I mean nighttime. It's really important to create yourself a little regimen. Whether it's just wash your face, put a moisturizer, whether it's just wash your face, go to sleep, that is fine. We're gonna get you started somewhere. So let's start off with cleansers. I really like the lemongrass prebiotic wash, coming in at $18. When I wash my face, I want to feel clean. I don't want to feel like I still have makeup on. I don't want to feel like I have oils. Like, I want to feel clean. And something about this prebiotic wash, it gives me that spa feeling like I just got out of a facial. Now, I'm going to give you prices so that you can kind of compare it. I call this an elite because it is a specific skincare brand, more on the elite side. And I put prices not to price shame you, but to kind of give you an idea, like, I can actually afford that. So I wash my face every single night. I do not wash them in the morning because I just don't feel the need from going, I slept, I don't feel the need to have to wash my face. Now I will do a toner in the morning, but again, we'll get there. So the prebiotic wash, $18, and this is through Lemongrass. I will put that link. Then if you want to go a drugstore brand, I highly recommend La Roche-Posay. And you can find these, I'm going to mainly use Ulta for this. I want to say maybe I've seen it at like Walmart, H-E-B. If you are local to Texas, you'll hear me talk a lot about our H-E-B. I love H-E-B. If you ask my son, he calls it ABG. That's just what he calls it. And we know what he's talking about when he says it. But anyways, La Roche-Posay. This is a drugstore brand. This comes in at $19, okay? Just $1 more than my Elite brand that I use. So this is why I said, well, I'm gonna start including prices into this so that you can get an idea, like, I can actually splurge on the facial wash, okay? We use this as a cleanser. I use this at nighttime. The next is going to be a toner. If I use makeup, I will do a toner after I wash my face. If not, I will use it in the morning, just more as a wake up, wipe off all the oils that I created overnight. My favorite is a prebiotic facial mist, also by Lemongrass. That comes in at $16. A really good affordable brand is going to be Thayer's, and it is a cucumber with witch hazel. That one comes in at $11. And it's a good sized bottle spray, and going with a cotton pad, just wipe those all away. Now, serums. Serums are super important. This is what's gonna help give our skin like that dewy, glowy look, as well as help with repair any of those dark spots we have, under eyes. Serum is gonna be all considered in this. My splurge brand, my Elite brand, is going to be by Lumi Skincare. It's a rose glow with jojoba and squalene. Jojoba, you can see I use this puppy every single night. The jojoba is going to help hydrate your skin. It's going to bring, and then the rose is going to help glow the skin out. So you just kind of put a couple of drops. I usually put it on the forehead, cheeks, and in the chin area. Just go ahead and put it all around. And this just helps with rehydrating that skin. So I usually do my serum and a good brand. And in the mornings, if I'm not going to do much to myself, I will put a serum, an eye cream, or maybe even a moisturizer, but we'll get there. So the eye serum, I found this brand. I used to have Ipsy. It's a subscription that you get every single month, and it gives you the opportunity to try different brands. If you ever want to try that, I'll send over my code so that you can get a discount. And again, I'm not sponsored by these. It's just since I'm a member, I do get these discounts and can offer them to other people. I have the Eye Serum Corrective by the Lifestyle Company. Put this under your eyes for those bags or those dark circles. I had hypothyroidism, and one sign was the super dark black circles. No matter what I did, couldn't get rid of them. I do have makeup with concealer, but even then, like, you can see when someone who has those black circles with thyroid issues. I don't have them, but this has been my best friend, the Eye Serum. It's a roll-on. Just roll it on the under eyes, dab it out. Good stuff on this one. If you want a drugstore brand, we are looking at the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. That is going to be $10. Hyaluronic acid is the best thing you can do for your skin. It's going to help awaken your skin. It's going to put the nutrients that you need, the minerals that you need back into your skin to liven it up. The corrective serum is $24. You can get these online directly through them. This one, I will say, it is worth the price tag. The Lumi oil, this one is also $24. Again, is worth the price tag. Moving on to moisturizer. Most important thing I can tell you to do to your skin, whether it's at morning, at night. If you're not gonna do anything, listen to me, at least do moisturizer. We have the Ahava Essential. Heavy price tag on this, but let me tell you, I have had this one since December, and coming in at $58, I haven't even touched pan. And when I tell you pan, it means the bottom of the jar. I have not even touched it, and I'm still looking pretty good on this one. I do this one in the morning time. This one's going to be my all day. The Farsali Rest and Renewal Fluid Cream. This has Brighten, Smooth, Firm. It has 10 peptides, 5 cremides, vitamin C. I do this at night. You just need 2 pumps of this. Put it in your, again, I do it here, here, and here, and then I just spread throughout the face. This one is $39. It is an all-in-one. So if there's something you don't want to be spending like multiple, like having a whole bunch of products in a day, if you just get this one, this is going to definitely get you everything that you need in one. It's going to have the serums. Apply it to the neck because we tend to get really loose skin here in the neck. So if you apply it here, it will definitely help with the firming and lifting. If you want a drugstore brand, CeraVe is going to be a good one, coming in at $13. It's going to give you all that moisture that you need for a good price tag. Now sunscreen. I made my own sunscreen thing with tallow, so I don't use anything here with the sunscreen, but you can use La Roche-Posay Melted Milk. That does gonna have a SPF, and La Roche-Posay Moisturizer and SPF. So if there's something that you want to knock out, these are going to come in at about $25. Again, they're drugstore brands, but you don't want to cheap out on anything with SPF. We're going to need it. The sun attacks us, wrinkles our skin up, so you definitely want to put that in your face. Minimum at least of 20-25 SPF daily. That's going to just be your basic skincare routine. We're going to cleanse, we're going to tone, we're going to have a serum. Remember, these serums are going to be eye creams. We're going to have moisturizers, and we're going to have our daily sunscreen. So if you can knock out the moisturizer and the sunscreen together, that's one less thing you have to worry about. Nighttime, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a cleanser, I'm doing a toner if I wear makeup for the day, a serum, and a moisturizer. That's going to be my PM night routine. And a lip mask. you want to do, you should always be moisturizing in any place you have. I like Lemongrass's Frosty Lip Polish. The person that I get my lemongrass items through did tell me that they are a seasonal product, the lip scrubs, but Burt's Bees makes a really good one. It's just going to be in a pot, and you can just, you know, scrub your lips out with it, wipe it off with a towel, and follow up with a lip mask, or during the day, a lip balm. I'm going to show you Pink Lips. It's the Lip Sleeping Mask in Cherry. When you first put this on, it feels like you have too much. If you want to like a full-on moisture, put a generous amount. But it is okay to get away with just a little bit. Now, these are, again, we're looking at about $20. So probably everything you're like, I'm looking at over $100 for one routine. The good elite brand stuff is not going to require you to use a whole bunch of stuff on your face. Put a small, generous amount, don't go crazy, and I promise you these items are going to last you for a good couple of months. I get a good use out of it. I at least get anywhere from 3 to 4 months of use of stuff. I want to share, I recently got this as a gift for, I love trying out skincare stuff. I got this as a gift, and it is a Daily Rescue facial spray with hyaluronic acid. It's by Tower 28. I will literally just spray this in the morning when I wake up, and I just feel like my skin gets refreshed. That hyaluronic acid is definitely doing its work, and I just feel like I walked out of a spa. It's super simple. In the summertime, when we start to sweat, feel oily, get you this. Spray this. You are going to just feel renewed. Now, I'm going to show you one of my splurgy items, but I love it. I've had this one since December. I don't even feel like I'm halfway through it. This one is the Gold Faden MD. It's the Radiance Wet Brightening Treatment Mask. This is coming in at $75, but it leaves, I put it on at night after I washed my face. I won't do a moisturizer, okay? I will just put this on my face, sleep with it in the morning, get a wet towel and wipe it off. It is an overnight mask. It will leave you, it's a brightening, so it'll brighten your skin. So especially after, you know, you're putting all these chemicals of makeup on your face, it's definitely nice to have something to put life back in. So you typically are going to need something that brightens up. This is going to do that for you. I literally wake up with glow, dewy face when I use this and wipe it off. And then that morning follow in with a moisturizer. Now going into the brightening serums. These are eye creams. We're gonna have the Complete Eye Vitamin C, helps with reducing dark circle by Bliss. And we have this one, the Brighten Glow Eye Cream. I have a love-hate relationship with this one. This one I love. I can definitely see where it gets rid of the puffiness under the eyes. This one, I feel like it doesn't do anything for me. But then when I wear makeup the day of, I see the glow underneath the eyes. And it makes it easier to put concealer on. So I say, I'm not going to use this every single day, but if I'm going to wear makeup that morning of, I'm going to put this on. So that's why I have a love-hate relationship with it. A couple of other serums to consider if you have big pores. The Pore Zero has really done a number. I love it. It does really minimize the pores. And the Barrier Clear Treatment. I didn't know how to use this by New until I go in, I watch TikToks. I do see how to apply certain things when I don't know. You wash your face, you tone it, put this on. Not a generous, I get pretty generous with it because I like to see that super dewy glow look. And then you're gonna trap it with your moisturizer. I woke up the next morning and I was like, what on earth did I use that made my skin look like, you know, Beyonce's song, I woke up like this. I was just like, dang, I woke up like this with this trapped underneath my moisturizer. In the morning, I didn't even do anything else. I just woke up and went on about my day. I promise you, I will definitely link this one for you. Don't think I have a price on this one, because it was just kind of like one of those that I don't use all the time. Because why am I going to let it go to waste, you know? Am I going to go out that day? No. So why am I going to let it go to waste? But anyways, you can use it if you want a dewy finish look. Now, this one is Dragon's Blood Hyaluronic Acid. I read it and it said tone. I thought it was a toner because it said tone on the bottle. But when I looked it up how to use it, I mean, this thing, it gets used. It's supposed to be used prior to makeup as kind of like a primer, and you can use it after kind of as like a setting spray for your makeup. If I need a refresher throughout the day even if I don't have makeup, I will spray this. It just gives you that good, it makes me feel like I stepped out of a spa. Again, I like anything that's going to help me feel like I'm stepping out of a spa. I love it. Pimple patches are something I love near and dear. When I do have those breakouts, I'm a huge fan at picking at my face, which is not good for us, by the way. So I will put these. I know you've seen all the teenagers wearing these. I don't really step outside of the house unless like it's a major pimple that needs to go. But in other words, I will sleep with them overnight. Pimple patches, can't go wrong with them. These are by Bliss. I like them because they're pink hearts, and they also have tea tree oil on them. So it's gonna help combat that redness that the pimple is giving you. A couple of other things to just hit is, ladies, this is where I'm telling you where you gotta take some self-care for yourself. These are super simple things. Disposable mask, disposable eye mask, eye patches. When you're cooking for your family, they're gonna be like, Mom, you look crazy. Why do you look like that? Girl, it is okay. Put those on. Or you're cooking for your husband. Your husband's gonna thank you later. They're gonna be like, girl, you look good. What'd you do? A little self-care. I did some eye patches. I love these by Grace and Stella. I've tried some before that I felt like my face was burning. I do have sensitive skin, so I am really careful with what I try. I love these. They are moisturizing eye masks. They help with the depuffing. I put those on when I'm gonna put my son to sleep at night and just take them off right before I go to sleep. And then this is just a rice water mask, but I do have a couple of other ones that I like to keep on hand while I'm sitting down watching a movie or even at work. I do work from home. I will put one of these on and work throughout the day. Leading me to my red light therapy. Ladies, if there is something you can do for yourself, my mom talked to me about red light therapy. Not that I didn't believe her. I was just like, oh, it's just another thing that they're adding to skincare, self-care. It's definitely been a difference. This is a more affordable option. I got this one for $16.99. It vibrates. When I do the mask, I just kind of pass it over my face. The vibration is going to help waking up those, it helps wake your skin up so that in the blood movement, so that things will happen as far as like elasticity, the collagen. The red light therapy is going to help with acne. It's going to help tighten the skin. You're going to have your blue light that you can also use. And there is also the purple light. You will see me post this guy a lot because I will literally sit in bed or I will watch TV, and this is what I'm sitting doing, massaging my face with either a serum or the face mask currently on. Now this guy, if you want to splurge, it is your Lumebox. This one's gonna be like for whole body. I had some serious pain. You see, I'm not gonna put it face to face on the camera because, well, maybe it does. Okay, it's not gonna blind you. Good. So this is what it looks like. I just will kind of sit, like if I've been having like chest pain, heartburn, I'll let it sit there. The legs, I get really bad from working out or standing. I get really bad leg pain. So I'll just kind of sit there with the red light. Or women, you know, we get period cramps. I was getting really bad period cramps after my surgery, and I would literally just sit here with it. And it goes on its own timer, so once the timer is off by itself, then I just, it'll turn off all by itself. This one is a nice little price tag. If you have FSA, HSA, which is like those health savings accounts, it actually does qualify for that, and it's by Loombox. And if you're interested, I will definitely tag all these onto my Instagram where it shows with all the products that we've talked about. Now, with allergy season here, I may not be saying this correctly. It's a gua sha, G-U-A-S-H-A. These are really good to help pass, you know, just any blood flow. And I like using it for my sinuses when I am not feeling all the greatest. And I literally just push these along, and you can literally feel the sinus pressure relieving. There's also one for your body, which we'll do whole body care on a different episode, because we're already 25 minutes in and it's just literally me showing you products. But anyways, these are super neat to have and have on hand. They also have like the rollers that you can roll your face out with. Just something about this, it helps me reach those areas that I wouldn't typically get. I mean, passing through your neck, these feel great. Now, when we're washing our faces, get your hair out of the way. You can't go wrong with one of these. This was actually a gift, and I absolutely love it, and had always wanted one and didn't buy it. And I got it as a gift, and I was super excited. It even came with like the wristbands, so when you are washing your face and the water drips down, it catches it. Now, one more. Retinol helps with wrinkles, ladies. And you also do have to be careful with retinol. It can actually, if you do get like your face wax, it can actually affect the heating of the wax. So keep that in mind if that's something that you don't want to play with. But I do cut these, and I will put them like on my forehead, on my chin. I do the bigger patches for here. Retinol is going to help with wrinkles. With weight loss, I've had a lot of loose skin, as you know, because I talk about it all the time. You're going to have that loose skin, so you're going to want something that's going to help tighten the face up. I will say that with all this and the focus of like collagen and things, I don't have much loose skin on the face. That's one thing I have noticed, and I do believe it's because of all the products that I use. See, a couple of things to hit. Microdermabrasions are super good. Just make sure you cleanse first and then follow in with the microdermabrasion. Those are gonna help get like those blackheads out that are on the surface, or even if you're having a major breakout. Those are gonna literally help with getting that crud off your face. My son recently started t-ball, and you know that dirt from the baseball fields are hitting your face. And when I went in hard with my microdermabrasion the other day, I went in hard because you would have thought we like literally put a foundation that is not my shade all over, because it was just like that red brown sand all over. It was funny. My son too, he was just like, Mom, I got dirt everywhere. I was like, we're gonna wash our face, and don't you worry. But there is some heavier price tags on things, but they really do last. And if you compare, especially the lemongrass, if you compare these to the prices into drugstore brands, they're very comparable, and they have better ingredients. These are cleaner ingredients. So you're not going to see those crazy chemicals that you're going to find on these day-to-day drugstore brands that you're going to see in the stores. So it's definitely something to consider. I can go on days about skincare, so if you have further questions as far as what to use, what not to use, I did put a Q&A out. I didn't have any responses as to what you guys had questions about. I guess it's such a broad thing, a broad category that you're just kind of like, just help me figure out a general skincare regimen. So ladies, what are we going to do? We're going to cleanse. And if you want to keep it super simple, we're just going to moisturize. Cleanse and moisturize. Find a moisturizer that's going to have an all-in-one SPF. We got to be super, super watchful that we're including SPF. My makeup has an SPF because I just use a tinted moisturizer and no longer use actual foundation. So that tinted moisturizer is already going to have that SPF in it the majority of the time. But if I can give you 3 things to work on: cleanse, moisturize, SPF. If you want to go a little bit further in, we're going to tone, and we are going to use our serums, as far as eye serums. And what are we going to do on Sundays? We're going to self-care. So get you some eye patches, get you some disposable face mask, and you're going to take time for yourself, and that's what you're going to focus on. Now, if you want to splurge, you have your red light therapies, okay? I'm sure on Amazon there's more affordable options as just getting something super simple. Again, I paid $16.99 for this one, and I do feel like it has made a difference. Now, I do not have a prepared quote, but I'm filming on a Sunday. So I did go to church today, and let me warn you, as you know, I told you I would warn you, this is going to be something biblical. So for those that wish to log off now, I will see you next week. Offer you something different next week, maybe a quote. This week, I'm going to go biblical on you. Now, Daniel was saved from the lion's den when he was inside the lion's den, not when he was outside of the lion's den. So keep that in mind when you're finding yourself in a tough situation. You are going to be put through these battles, and God is going to save you when you are within your battle. He has already prepared you for it, whether you either want to be in it or not. He knows what your fight is. He knows what the outcome is going to be, and you just have to entrust in Him. He has prepared you for it, even if you know that He did or didn't. You are prepared to go through this battle. So whatever you are going through in life, whether it's super hard for you now, know that God already has an outcome for you. You either have to entrust Him and stick through it and just allow Him to lead you through this battle. Because remember, He will not let any weapon rise against you. He will shut that down. So I leave you with that. Whatever you are battling, and trust in God and know that He has it taken care of and already has an outcome for you. Again, thank you so much for listening in onto A Walk in Her Sneakers. My name is Danielle, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.